what are you doing? Poor old Daisy Pearce showing a bit of loyalty, wants to play with Melbourne, says she'll quit if she doesn't. Are you going to try and force her to go somewhere else?
Definitely, that's what we do. We try and create problems. Listen, I might have sort of tried to ham that up. I think it's fabulous that she told me that, and I said, well, go and tell Sam Lane. She'll sort of. It's a good story, but I think, clearly it's not her decision. But I'd be very surprised if Daisy wasn't at Melbourne.
Well, whose decision is it?
Josh Vanderloo is working through that in terms of the allocation of players. The guy works at the AFL, so there'll be two marquee players per club, and he'll work with the women about where they end up. But ultimately, he's going to be making those calls.
So you're going to take the best players and allocate 2 to each club?
2 to each club, and then there'll be a draft, state-based draft.
Well, there might be others that are a bit like Daisy and say, no, I want to play for Collingwood.
Yeah, and hopefully he'll be able to make it all work.
Yeah. So you'll try and do what they want.
Of course, in a world first for the AFL, we're going to try and deliver what people want.
It strikes me, I really enjoy watching it. It's sort of an uncomplicated game. It's free-flowing. Okay, the skills aren't as good, but nor is the brutality. I just find it like a step back in time. Yeah,
and the other people, they play traditional positions, which I've had a lot of people say to me they like. And the skills will improve, Neil. I mean, they're going to go into now semi-professional environments and have access to greater depth of coaching, more consistency, so it will improve. And we're going to have more talented athletes coming into it. We're at the start, and we'll improve a lot from here.
What sort of crowds would you hope for?
I don't know. I mean, I think the simple answer is I said to someone, probably VFL crowds, I think. I don't know. I mean, I think some of the big games will get more, but as a baseline, I sort of look towards a VFL type crowds. Yeah, I mean, I've been at a few of the games this year. There is thousands of people there from the very start for all of the games. Now, whether that when you've got a week, number of games each weekend nationally, maybe not, but there's going to be a lot of people there certainly initially, and I think a VFL sort of number is what we expect.
Will you have a mother-daughter rule?
I think inevitably, yes. I haven't contemplated what that means, and and we've got probably 15 or 20 years to think about it.
Well, you could have a father-daughter rule though. Is it Andrew McKay?
We've already got that. We've said we're doing that. Okay. If anyone who's played one game, any player who played one game for that club is eligible for the father-daughter. I mean, I don't know if I said this to someone. Andy McKay lives in my street,
yeah,
and he talked to me about it weeks ago. It's something he's thinking about because his
daughter's quite good, isn't
he? Well, certainly, I think his kid's good, but the youngest daughter is very good and very keen to play for Carlton.
You've got 2 daughters, 8 and 6. They want to play?
Yeah, well, the second one's playing at Auskick now. She's very physical. She's
a thug.
Yeah, a little bit. She's gets red carded, and I don't know. They both got a bit of that about white line fever.
Did you do that?
No, my wife's a psycho. I got texted the other day. The oldest was playing netball, and just a guy didn't know he was playing against his daughter, and I just got, "Your daughter is an animal," which I was sort of proud actually. I don't think he meant it like that, but I took it very positively.
I spent a couple of years coaching Auskick when my son was playing in, I suppose it was year 4 or 5, something like that. And the girls were the toughest, no question.
Yeah, they love having a go.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's not widely understood, as a lot of girls like the physicality of our game.
And what about the theme song, Sons of the West? You going to change them?
Well, that's a decision for Peter Gordon and his management team. I haven't thought about that one.
We are the boys from old Fitzroy, Brisbane. What do they sing now? Ooh,
yeah.
You're going to have to change them all, aren't you?
I don't know how that's going. I probably is the answer to that.